Hello. So we're making a palm cross. So check this out. Get yourself a palm like that, right? And it usually will split into two. That's a real nice two-piece equal size palm idea. So when you do your crosses, kind of a no-brainer. You don't have to look for two separate pieces. So I just kind of split them apart like that by hand. Get rid of all the extra little pieces hanging off. Line them up nice and even, and then just make a cut, nice flat cut there so they're both the same. And then at the top, I just pick a spot way up here and just make an angled cut like that. I want those to be pointy. And there's some hard edges on the palm. Got a nice hard edge right here, and this little green edge is really hard too, so when you go to bend it, sometimes it'll fold and crack. So what I do is I just take the scissor and just trim it where I want it. Get rid of that little edge right there, and then with your finger, just kind of pull it off like that. Now you've got one nice piece, nice and square. See that? And you do the same thing with your other piece here. Just make two little cuts like that. And sometimes you could just use your fingernail like that. And you got your two pieces. Equal length, pointy on one end, flat on the other. And then you just take one, put it over the top of the other like this. You're putting it over the top and you're extending it long enough to bend this half around the back like that. Once you've got that, you take the other end and you wrap it around one time, just like that. So you're kind of getting a square, but it's kind of a loose square. So we're going to tighten it up. Tighten it up by bringing the bottom one around and putting it through that top layer, which puts it above this layer right here. So you put it right here like this and push it through. And then you pull it hard all the way, and that makes your square. And that's your starting point. Just like that. So, didn't come out the neatest, but that's the idea. Just like that. And then you start making the arms on the cross. And you're just going to take that lead end with the sharp edge there and just put it through the top layer, just like that. And pull it through to the size of the cross that you want, the size of the arm you want to be, just like that. Okay. And you take the other end. If you put it the wrong way, it'll just stop. It'll get stuck in there, so you have to pick the side that has the right opening. Usually it's the flat open side, just like that. And push it through. And you figure out the size that you want it to be, approximately. And this is where it gets a little, because this knot is tightening up, you have to use a tweezer and put it through again if you want to create a double cross. You gotta kind of push it through there like that. So we got a double going on there. See that? And the same thing here on this side. You just keep taking the same lead piece and feeding it through that top edge underneath that first layer. Like that. Then you can decide to stop at 2 or make a third. I don't think we can make 3 out of this, so I'll kind of approximate a cut here. You just take that first edge, that leading edge, and bend it over. And then I go a little bit beyond here, beyond my thumb, like that. Just make a nice sharp cut like that, and then with the tweezer, just take it and loop it into that same first layer you were putting all the palm through originally. And you just kind of feed it through there, give it a little twist. It usually goes right in nicely. And that gives you the arms of the cross. Then you take your back end, the bottom, the stem of the cross, and feed that through the open. And you pull that through just like that, to the size that the cross looks like it's symmetrical, unless you don't want it symmetrical. Just give it a cut. You can make it fancy, do something maybe like that. That's pretty simple, pretty easy, nothing too difficult. Happy Palm Sunday.